What's up, y'all? It's your boy eBay Fight Predictions in the building, and we got some breaking news. I know I'm pretty late to this, but y'all know the rule. If I'm pretty late, I'll give you guys an early prediction. Robbie Lawler versus Nick Diaz 2 will be happening at September 25th, UFC 266. It's a 5-rounder, and man, it's 17 years in the making. The rematch, baby. This is gonna be a great fight. I cannot wait. Y'all. I haven't really said it. I don't like Nate, but I grew up with Nick. I love Nick. Nick is he's my boy, right? I like him a lot. I'm a Nick fan. Has one of the greatest one-round fights against Paul Daly. His UFC run was crazy, but you know, I'm realistic. I don't think Nick is a bum, but I think his time has kind of passed. Now, obviously, he's fighting Robbie Lawler, someone of his kind of era, and I think that's a good matchup for him. But Robbie has been active. Yeah, Robbie has lost. I think his last three, right? He lost to Dos Anjos, Askren, Colby, and then he lost to Magny, right? That's off the top of my head. That's what I'm saying. So that's 4 losses in a row. The Askren fight, that's a win. So you can take that one away. Besides that, he's lost to, at least 2 top contenders in Dos Anjos and what's his face and Colby. Just the Magny loss was completely utter shame, right? It just looked like he didn't even want to show. But to Robbie's defense, he did take that on short notice, so I will give him a pass for that. Nick, his last fight was against Anderson, and as much as I like Nick, he does do a lot of dumb shit. He's one arrogant dude, and nothing against it. He's a tough dude, and he's one of the better fighters out of the two Diaz brothers, right? He's accomplished a lot. He held Strike Force gold. So, nothing against it. He has some credible wins. He beat BJ Penn in his prime. There's some good wins, right? Right. And, he had that split decision against Carlos Condit. I have to rewatch. I haven't watched that fight in a minute. When I first watched, I thought Nick won, but I was young as hell, man. I was so young. So it's been a while. So I might check it out. Maybe I might have different opinions on it. But I like Nick a lot. But man, Robbie is my boy. And that's what it comes down to. Is as much as I like Nick, I'm more of a Robbie Lawler fan. And if I'm being honest with you, man, I think I've seen more Robbie Lawler fights than Nick. I kind of saw more of Nick in the UFC than Strikeforce. I saw the Paul Daly fight, but that's about it in Strikeforce. And then his UFC run, the second one where he fought for the world title against GSP. He didn't have a lot, so I kind of really grew up with Robbie. And if you know the history of Robbie Lawler and what he's been through and the resurgence he came through. Now I saw the resurgence. I didn't really see the him getting beat by Jacare Souza and Strikeforce. I didn't really see that, but I did see the close fight against Roy McDonald the first time, right? The first fight, people forget about the first. It was crazy. The second fight, was fucking bonkers. And at the time, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't the biggest Roy McDonald fan. I didn't really like him a lot. I thought he was kind of like a hype train. They were trying to I felt like they were trying to hype him up like he's the next GSP and stuff like that. So I was kind of happy when Robbie beat the kid. But I mean, the fight they had after that, I started liking Roy McDonald, man. You gotta respect the kid, man. The kid, he's a good fighter and he's a good kid. But I mean, dude, those guys, I had a lot of respect for Roy after that. And Robbie, and what I loved about it is you had this new age kid trying to take this old lion spot that got the belt, and that old lion said nah. And I think you give Robbie a full camp. I think Nick, he's gonna. I mean, it is a 5-round fight, so Nick is gonna be in Nick's ballpark, right? But and Robbie's last 5-round fight was against Colby. I think you give Robbie a full camp. I even think the Robbie Lawler Colby fight was on short notice. His last time for a full camp was probably for Askren and Dos Anjos. I'm not even sure. Maybe Dos Anjos. I think Dos Anjos was a full camp, but obviously he had that. I think that weird knee injury too. You give Robbie a full camp, no injuries, no nothing, right? I think Robbie beats Nick. I think the first fight, I think Robbie was young. I think he kind of, Nick kind of got in his head, and it is what it is. It happened. I think things are different now, and I think Robbie's gonna push Nick. I think Robbie got enough in the tank for Nick Diaz, and I know that sounds crazy, but Nick hasn't fought in a long time, you know. And the thing, if you've noticed, Robbie has dealt his number one problem is with wrestlers lately. Nick not gonna wrestle, so I honestly do believe Robbie's gonna win this fight. I have a really good feeling that I don't know if Robbie can finish Nick. I think it's gonna be a good fight, but I think Robbie might get a late finish. I think we might see the return of fifth round Robbie Lawler, man. As much as I like Nick, I just like Robbie a lot more personally. But I mean, just if you look stylistically, it's gonna be really output versus power. But Robbie Lawler, people forget, man. Robbie Lawler is not a one hitter quitter. He is a volume power puncher. He can throw. It's the problem is lately he's been dealing with guys that kind of wrestle a little too much and they mix it all together. Dos Anjos, I don't think Dos Anjos really wrestled him, but the knee injury kind of played a big factor in that. But I mean, you look at his fight against Carlos Condit. You look at his fight against what's his face. I thought he lost the Condit fight, Robbie. I did think Robbie lost that Condit fight, but Robbie, I mean, he had a great fifth round. You got to give him that. But besides that, if you look at some of his other fights, when he's dealing with the pressure, right, against Hendricks, against Roy, he can give it back to you in the later rounds. So, I think Robbie's gonna push Nick, and I think he's not gonna get an easy fight like he thinks he is. So, but it is what it is. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. A little late, at 10 o'clock at night, but it is what it is. It's your boy eBay. Go follow me on my Instagram. Go follow me on my Twitter. All those links will be down below in the description box. If you're new, subscribe, comment, like, share the video. Let's get this eBay Fight Prediction Nation growing. And love y'all, and goodbye.